Hi guys, after a long while, here it is, the video referring to the loadout for controller and DPS of Hard Light. Now, I took quite a while to perform this video due to the fact that I really wanted to test a lot of options for this power. This power has been, in my opinion, misused by the developers of the game quite a few times. So for every DLC that they release, it seems that this power is forgotten. So it's quite outdated. The powers are quite outdated, like the locomotive and stuff like that. They had the chance to make that a little bit more into our days, but they haven't. They haven't really touched much of the visual aspects of this power. Now, as always, I need to explain that this is just my loadout opinion. I do not make the loadout with any artifacts. Okay, currently I only have the artifact that I chose when I reached top level. I only have the transformation card, as you can see, and I'm on controller roll. So do not use transformation card on controller roll. I do not give any options of artifacts because in the past I've given a couple of options of artifact loadouts on munitions. Okay, my focus is munitions and sorcery, but I can give a couple of options that you guys might try on this one, okay? Although I don't have those artifacts quite yet, I had them and I tested them on the test server. Okay, it's easier for me to test stuff there, but for some reason I cannot record on the test server. My software, the video becomes all fuzzy, all encoded. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'll try and figure it out. Currently, let's dive into Hard Light. Now, Hard Light, if you guys can recall, the old school guys, this was a little bit mishandled by SOE itself, which stands for Sony Online Entertainment, the original owners of this game. The DLC that brought Hard Light was the first one, the first DLC, and unfortunately, it had so many bugs and so many stuff wrong with it that they had to postpone it on the PS3 a month and a half, if I recall, or something along those lines. They had to really postpone it, but unfortunately, when it was released, it still had a couple of bugs that remained for a long time. Luckily, they've been fixed, but it has been almost 10 years. So let's dive in right into it, okay? So let's start with controller roll. For controller roll, I recommend always martial arts, which is very, very easy to do the attack cycle. See? All of this is loading your supercharge, as you can see on the bottom. This is as easy as this, and it puts you in a place that you can really stay ranging your opponent and away from the big damage that the tank is supposed to take. Now let's go for the loadout. Now, I always recommend here the usage of flight on Hard Light. So let's start with supersonic, dive bomb, restrain resistance, stun recovery, restrain recovery, and breakout mastery. These are good for every role. I recommend everyone having this because the stun resistance makes you a little bit more resistant to stunning effect that will make you a very big target in the middle of the group. restrain resistant. Well, on the current content, there are a couple of raids and a couple of alerts that these two are basically pointless, because the main attack is before the main attack of the boss comes. He always puts you on stun or restrain. Now this is essential for every role, breakout mastery, for you to break out really quick, faster, and try and dodge that big damage that is coming your way. Dive bomb, essentially, I don't use it. It's just to reach these. Supersonic, hell yes, I use it. Weapons. Now, this is my recommendation. Have all the weapons with all the mastery done. Okay, guys? For stat skill points, focus and iconics. I don't use iconics. For the stat points, focus on stat points that gives you vitalization and dominance. Now, there's a big debate what's dominance for a controller. And here's the essential part that I've studied along these years. Dominance is it empowers your stuns and empowers your debuffs, okay? The more dominance you have, the longer your debuffs will last. Now, I've tried this with every controller on the game. If you have little to no stats on dominance, trust me, your debuffs are going to go through the boss really quick. They will last for like 5 to 8 seconds. If you have really invest a little bit on dominance, they can last up to 12 seconds, 15 seconds. That's more than enough for you to charge your power, to charge to keep your teammates empowered, and to do the sequence of debuffs all over again. So let's start with the loadout. So let's start with recharge. This gives your teammates, to a group of 3 most fatigued members, restoring their power. Grasping hand. The controller roll reduces the target's damage output. Entrap. On controller roll, reduces the target's ability to heal. And Light Blast. Reduces enemy defenses and stuns them. This is very important, especially on Hard Light. Hard Light focus a lot of the controller rolls on stuns. Triage. Focus your emotions and heal your wounds over time. This is important because you need to keep yourself alive. You really don't have a shield besides this one, the group shielding, but we'll go through that in a little bit, okay? I use another one, but you guys can use this one to actually shield your group. But there's one other that can be used to your advantage and for your teammates' advantage. Be mindful that this group shielding is 5,000 supercharge cost. Now, the supercharge that I use is actually Restore. Activate a restorative power to prevent incoming damage, rapidly regenerate health, and protect against control effects for a short time. This is not really a shield per se, but if the boss is doing attacks that provoke stuns, that provoke actually for you to use your breakout a lot and use your power a lot, this will shield your group from it. So pushbacks, for example, and stun effects, this shields the group, okay? This one, the group shielding, will not shield the group, okay? What does this one do? Shield yourself and your group mates, prevent incoming damage, and restoring power over time, okay? This is important because I alternate between this one and this one. Okay, I brought this one, the restore one, to the video because if you guys choose to add to the healer role, to the healer mate that you take, you can help him by doing this. Now, if you want to help everyone's power, you can use this one. But be mindful that you will not be shielding them from controlling effects. Okay? Just preventing incoming damage and restoring power. This is restore power and shield, nothing more. Okay? So let's try and put this one here, and I'll exemplify. So power to all. As you can see, it's quite a nice little loadout for controller. And you can even stay ranged to do this. So power, down attacks, down health, and down defense. Heal yourself. That's it. And that's the bottom line. Okay, guys, this is very, very important. We have another one here using we have another person here using the same loadout. Now, for DPS. Now, there's a lot of debate that this power no longer is any good for DPS. Let me tell you that that is not the case, okay? For in order for us to test this, I need to stay away from that other player over there. But now there is a lot of debate concerning that this power no longer is any good for DPS. Not really true, okay? If you're well equipped, if you have top-notch armor, which is the current elite armor and current overpowered item, it does a very solid damage. Okay, that depends on the artifacts and the combination of artifacts that you guys use. Now, this is just a suggestion for you to maximize the damage of your DPS. I don't know why it takes a little bit to charge the menus. Quite possibly today the servers aren't up to snuff. So let's start with the transformation card. This is a must for every DPS out there. Okay, because this increases your might a lot. Also, this increases the critical magnitude of your attacks, the damage that you do when you pull a critical. It's not how many criticals you pull, it's how much damage they do. Okay, so let's see here. As you can see, I'm not fully equipped for top elite gear. I don't do that, guys. I don't show you a fully customized character. I just show you the loadout and the damage that it does. Okay, to continue, artifact transformation card. You can try the La Morte card and Layerness artifact. Why? Because that one you have to use your finisher. Okay, the La Morte card also empowers your finisher. So use these three and you'll maximize your damage a lot. Okay, so to go back a little bit, transformation card, La Morte card, and the Layerness or Learness or whatever. It looks like a brooch, the image of the artifact. That one For every normal attack that you do, you take the equivalent damage of the power that you spend by launching those attacks. But you take that damage, okay? But at the end, while using Lerna's, what happens is when you launch your finisher, there you go, all the health is back to you, okay? So it's charge, 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 have it back. Charge, 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 have it back. So it's a little bit of repeat, reuse, repeat, reuse. Trust me, it works wonders, okay? I've tested out on the test server. I actually tested out all the other damage loadouts that I've done on munitions, but on this one, on hard light, but the only one that I actually liked on hard light is actually that one. It pulls a tremendous amount of damage. So let's go to the loadout of DPS. Now, there's quite a debate on why to use the current loadout that I've done, because it actually uses something that has been targeted by the community as completely useless. It's not. It's really not. So let's start with inspiration. This uses your connection to the emotional spectrum to inspire yourself, increasing the damage and your weapon attacks for a short time. So this only increases your precision, okay? This is actually good if you want to couple. So let's take a couple of hits here. So the top hit that I've done was 3,842. So let's do this. 7,739. So here it is. This actually increases your precision a lot. Now, I'm not very much for precision on hard light because it focuses a lot on the powers. So, as I said, this is debatable. Let's keep as I said, if you focus on precision, focus on this one, inspiration. Okay, guys? That's about it for the precision loadout. Have that one, have whatever powers you want, focus on whatever you guys want, but have inspiration on your loadout. And before your weapon attacks, launch it. Now, for might attacks, let's start with chompers, minigun, hand clap, impact, and the finisher light blast. Sorry, I'm on still attack mode, so I cannot change my loadout. Why did I choose chompers? Well, because you can range attack. So let's try it out. Range, 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 and finisher. So to repeat: chompers, machine guns, clap, train, and finisher. Of course, in order to maximize everything, you can actually do this: chompers, weapon attack, machine guns, weapon attack, as you can see, the numbers that I've pulled were very solid. So let's check them out again. Of course, with Lirna's artifact and La Morte card fully powered, these numbers of this power, the finisher, they go up tremendously. So do not expect to see like 2,800 that you see here. There will be on the tens of thousands of damage, okay? So here's my option loadout of for this power. And a small request to any devs that actually see my videos, please give this power a little bit of love, because the animations are dated, okay? We don't see on the comic books anymore this locomotive, please, okay? This was during the 70s and 60s that Green Lantern launched actually this. Okay guys, so this is again, this is just an option that you guys can use. Feel free to comment the video below, and as soon as I have more updates and more powers fully done and fully studied, I will do the video. I don't do bulk videos like for every week I launch a new power. No, I like to study the powers, try different options, and that takes time, okay? That takes time, a little bit of experience, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of everything. So the main thing, it takes time to do these videos. So guys, I will check you guys out when I do the next video. Hope you guys are staying safe because of this pandemic, and play on.